All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode 71.
Okay.
All right, we got ourselves some good contextual stuff with what's going on with Sendo.
Yep.
We got to see Grandma Sendo again. She was wonderful.
Right. Yep.
We got to see Imura kind of do a little bit of an interview of sorts with Sendo with regards to that. And that was really good. Got to see him spar. Lots more buildup, really, for the big fight.
And it's going to be a doozy. Like, I don't know if it's going to be starting this episode or, like, at the end of this episode or something, but, like...
I feel like at the end of this episode it'll start.
Probably, but, oh, man.
We had a little bit of a breather in the last episode with a date with Kumi going to the zoo. We got to see different zoo animals that looked like members of the Kamogawa gym.
Oh, yeah, and the elephant that was displayed first and most prominently with its big trunk that Kumi was like, wow, it's so big. That they didn't actually make as a reference to any of the characters, that definitely wasn't Ippo. No.
Yeah.
Not at all. But I think my personal favorite, my personal favorite.
The Takamura gorilla?
No, the Mashiba baboon with the swaying arm and everything. Yeah. But wonderful.
Wonderful stuff.
Yep.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
We'll remember you, Vogue. I can't wait to see exactly how they have Sendo just respond physically
to the Dempsey
impact
roll
of the Dempsey roll. Like,
it's going to be something else. Yes.
Bow.
Whoa.
All right.
The poster. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Lollapalooza. Oh, a rumble.
Wow.
Takamura is just like, yeah, of course. Ah! What's with the...
Yeah.
Time for the showdown! Oh, it's happening, Jacob! It's happening! Isozaki Book Center. Whoa!
Oh,
shoot.
That coming full circle there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many aras. But that was how he learned about boxing and stuff, early on too.
He's smaller than I thought. Wow. Whoa.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
読んでくれた私の記事マリさん本の特集記事最後に飯村って書いてあるでしょ面白くなかったかしら
いえ仙道さんの気迫が伝わってきますスパーのことも細かく書いてあって直に見た人にしか書けない記事だと思います
そうよかった
体の軸がぶれないし体重を乗せた連打も出るだろうから打ち合って 交代させるのは難しいだろうな。ますますデンプシーロールは使えないな。
いきなり打ち合いね。注目のカードにふさわしい展開だわ。
Oh yeah, get everyone hyped about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
crazy to think about, huh, Ippo?
Yeah, yeah.
ちゃんとやる前はタイトルマッチだなって実感あったんですけど、なんかこうベルトとかかけてやるとかじゃんですよね。
Whoa, sudden guitar. Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, wow, I didn't even need to tell him that.
Yeah. Hey, Fuji.
いい記事を書
か
かっているのはベルトじゃない。二人とも同じことを言っていたわ。
Wow. Oh. I mean, it's gonna be our boy Ippo.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, let's be real. Like, it's gonna be Ippo.
から毎朝広背筋のトレーニング
Awesome.
Yeah, back muscles.
今の僕の背中を見たら
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Madhouse is like, please excuse us for doing this montage.
Yeah.
We have some animation that
He's going to blow your mind.
He's going to blow your
It's coming up
minds.
soon.
Yes. The challenger doth approach.
来たかマグロチ。
こんにちは。
なんやこいつらしくさって。試合は明日やろが。
Jeez! What? Oh! Oh, those back muscles!
Wow!
With no shirts on, please. It's way better that way.
ちょっと待ってください。お待たせしました。
やめとく。試合が終わるまではニック。
Wow!
今日はこのまま帰って。
Oh.
なんじゃ。ちょっと幕の内借りてええやろか。時間取らせへんし。ボクシング界のメッカ、後楽園ホール。プロボクサーやったら一度はここで戦ってみたいよな。
And you guys sold this place out.
Yeah.
やっぱりチャンピオンです。明日試合する相手とそんなに落ち着いて。僕は余裕ないですから。うまく話せません。
さっき貴様の体見て思うたわ。久しぶりに会うたってな。
Yeah.
重田さんの試合の時、大阪で会ってますけど。
ちゃうんや。
Mm-hmm.
ほんま。
Oh, here's that track.
Yeah. We're going to have a good conversation.
ごっつ強い相手とどついてどつかれてかつわいは強いんやと心底思える瞬間や。出せてもらうで。
変わってない。この人にはチャンピオンとかそういう肩書きは関係ないんだ。僕も勝つために練習してきました。
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Uh-huh. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I hope you're asleep, Ippo.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom. Come on, Ippo. Ippo, come on.
毎晩こうだね。眠れないかもしれないけど、布団に入らないと体休まらないよ。
His heart's just beating.
眠れない。心臓の音うるさい。
Wow.
初めてだ。こんなに興奮するのは、こんなに試合が待ち遠しいのは。
All right.
Okay.
Halfway.
All right.
Going straight to the match now. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is the Sendo group.
Uh-huh. Nope, nope.
Yeah. Wait,
I
that sounded
heard
like
Aoki.
That sounded like Aoki.
I mean, reusing voice actors is a common thing.
Yeah,
but...
yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Oh, yeah!
No way! Yes!
Wait, what's he got this time? Does he have another bear
Is
skin?
he another bear skin, or is he like hiding? Like,
is that Hachi in there?
It might be Hachi in there. No, not yet. We have to sneak you in again. Oh. Of course, her cat is named Tiger.
Yeah.
No, look, it looks like a tiger, but yeah. Oh, yeah. And he comes home all just like pummeled. Sendo. That's a good looking coat you got there.
Oh my god. This buildup is just... Ah. You're excited.
No. Remember what Kamogawa brought up?
Oh.
He is still somewhat traumatized by what happened. Like, just a little bit. He's tempering it with his own excitement, but that's willpower. His body is still a little bit scared, you know, or more than a little bit. Ah! He's like, Oh! Okay.
You can hear the strain in his voice.
Yeah. Yes!
確か俺様みたいになりたいとか言ってボクシング始めたんだってな。勝ったら少しでも近づいたことを認めてやる。さて席に行くか。
What is in your bag? Yeah.
No, it's totally Hachi. Yep.
Miyata's here too.
Oh boy. Looking to fly.
5 minutes.
お願いします。先導は日本最
Oh. I'm getting the shakes
boy.
now.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god. Ah. Yeah, it is like a rumble. It is like a rumble in the background. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Tagashi! Just his whole body like trembles from the cheers. Ippo! All right. Ah!
I love that they're just doing the whole first OP. So they can start away. I want this only. Sagashi mo tomeru. Oh. 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 Gotcha. Oh. He recognizes his frustration. Yep. Whoa. Mashiba calling it early. He's too worked up. And Miyata's not even inside. Yeah. It's a whole nother thing. Whoa. The tiger's raring to go. Yeah. It's always this moment here where the coaches give a little bit of advice. Basically. That last bit of calm before the storm. Ting! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Wait, he's trying to set it up right off the bat? What? Wait, but... What? Oh! Okay, he's doing it right here! Now! Oh! Oh! Jeez! Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy crap! What? Okay. Alright. That is one way to do it. He just lived out of his corner. I thought you would have to set up a bit more than that. Silly how fast he like don't. Yeah. But oh my god. What is this? Okay. Like, okay. Hold on. So, all right. So Sendo's gonna get back up, but so he's gonna get back up, but wow. We got ourselves that is beautiful. That's I think Ippo got the tempo, one might say. Not my tempo. Yeah. No, not my tempo. Not my tempo. No, it's more like Sendo's just like, not my tempo, bro. I gotta say, I'm really glad they did this though, because that way we've already seen the bit from the OP, so therefore the rest of the match is fair game. We don't know what will happen. Dude, this could be over! It could be, but... Sendo, like, hearing the OP play, he's like, why do I hear boss music? Yeah. They were telling us the whole time. God damn! Wow! I said knock him unconscious, not kill him. My way was better. like. He just anime powered his way like right up to him. Teleports in front of him. Like, nothing personal, kid. Yeah, Ippo might as well have done like a Omae-omu Shinderu or just straight up an Oda. I mean, not only that, this was something where Sendo got so in his own head about making sure that he was calm that he didn't actually plan out his own actions as to what to do right out the gate. And what Ippo was gonna do. Well, not only that, just planning out something. Because even if Ippo does something, all he has to do, really, is just kind of prepare himself and just dig in a stance. But it seemed like all he could do was basically just defend because he didn't have a plan, upon going out here. So Ippo just was like, you know what? Yeah. I think this is the one time I can guarantee where he's going to be. Right. And kind of what situation he's going to be in for and at least a split second. And he definitely won't be expecting this, so that might be enough to get like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh
wow. Wow. Weirdly enough, because okay, I have never been in this kind of situation, right? The closest I can think of would be in like a video game or something when there's like a boss and then you just one turn it, right? Like you remember like Divinity, like in our Divinity stream, the final battle, and it's just like, and then blah, everything's dead, right? Very satisfying feeling in a video game. I can't imagine how that would feel in an actual title boxing match, right? What that must feel like, and especially
no idea.
Like this is what
so good.
This it just helps to build up that mythic belief almost that Ippo's fans have in him, right?
Right.
Because they've seen him do the miracles, right? Of keep fighting, when all hope is lost, right?
Right.
This is a whole different kind. This is some Takamura kind of stuff of like, oh yeah, I'm going to take you out.
I'm going to destroy you.
Wow.
So Ippo not only completed the Dempsey roll, effectively used it in the first 5 seconds of the match.
Yep.
He knocked down Sendo. Probably didn't knock him out.
No.
But came pretty dang close. In
a lot of ways.
This was a JoJo moment.
Right.
This was a JoJo moment. It really was. It's just
if anything, he could have maybe learned from Sendo a bit with Sendo's fight with Shigeta, and done a similar thing where it's the no, not gear up for the final big punch just yet. Keep going on that Dempsey roll for I don't know, another 15 seconds or something.
Well, he didn't though.
Right.
He knocked him down.
Yeah, and then do that. But oh boy, Sendo went into this match with a whole lot of aggression. Too much even. I'm glad that Mashiba called it out. He was the perfect person to pick up on it. And
okay, can we quickly just? Okay, I don't think it's aggression.
Well, okay,
antsiness,
impatience,
frustration.
Sure, he was too eager, right? Too eager, right? And because he's too eager, it might, he's not keeping his cool and just playing a good game, right?
Right.
Which is why Ippo was able to take advantage of that and actually get the Dempsey roll out on him, as opposed to what Sendo's, cornerman was saying of just, hey, loosen up in the first round, basically. Use the first round to sort of just ease into it, calm down, and all that stuff. The idea of using the first round of a boxing match, a title boxing match, to calm down, that's a notion right there. But
that's how Ansy Sendo was.
Yeah.
Is that he really wasn't here in the present.
Right. But, well, Ippo learned him good.
Ippo knocked him into the present. Let's just say that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's freaky about this is that this is something where I kind of had a prediction as to it being a thing of where Ippo was going to win, but there can be some caveats. One of the caveats that they could do here is this wasn't a truly fair match. When I say that is that there's going to be some outside factor that basically keeps it from being not a fair match, but in terms of if that little thing didn't happen, then this would have been fine.
Sure.
Not like bad judges or what have you. But I think this aspect of Sendo being so antsy that he gives away the first knockdown to Ippo without really much resistance.
Yeah, the equivalent of Date with the cushioning with his neck that blows, and Ippo not adjusting to that quick enough.
Well, that just completely won Date the whole
thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I could see Sendo coming back after this damage.
Yes, I could too, and that's a great way to
monster.
Right, and it's a great way to contrast our thoughts about it in that originally we were all thinking, okay, this is going to end with the Dempsey roll, and once the Dempsey roll gets used, Sendo will go down, and he'll go down hard, and he did. But the thing is that if he gets back up at this point, then we're in unfamiliar territory because maybe it won't quite work. And if he does it enough, if he gets it off on him a few more times, then maybe it will. But the idea that now now we're in new territory, and that specifically because this is a title match, the idea that when it gets decided, you know, whoever wins, that it be because of little things like, Sendo didn't have his head fully in the game, and he lost that early bit of the match, right?
Yep.
And
then
because
too much damage too early,
right? He took too much damage too early. Yep. That's great because then it's further building up. Even though Ippo wins, that there was something you could have done better. It wasn't just because Ippo's the main character and, you know, and it's anime power levels and whoever has higher power levels, you know, like wins kind of a thing.
Right, but I would
rather strategy to it.
Right, but I would rather be a lot of little things than one little thing.
Sure. Yeah, there's right. But the idea that it could be the little thing that started a little bit of a snowball and because both of them are amazing boxers, if there's any little opening, if there's any crack that they can apply pressure to, they will.
Right.
And then from there it's easier to get more leverage.
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about, though, where the thing is the only thing, though, that starts it. If you have no back and forth, then it doesn't get as interesting.
Oh, totally. There's going to be plenty of back and forth. Yeah,
I hope so.
Sendo is. Gotcha.
I'm saying I hope so, but there doesn't necessarily have to be because he just Dempsey rolled him in the first 5 seconds of the match and knocked him down.
Yeah,
he nearly killed him, like just right there, like just. Like, the punches are both so devastating. It's not like because they can dish out this level of punches means they can all take them.
Right, yeah. No,
they're human beings. They still take actual
they're squishy
damage.
Meat sacks, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe not squishy. They're rock hard with those muscles, but...
And his neck, you know, bounced on that mat there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be maybe some luck, actually, if anything, that he maybe wakes up from this, actually.
Right.
Because I'm sure that if anything, he's going to black out for like 3 seconds at least. Yeah, before he gets back up.
Right, but I think he will. The fact that in a lot of cases maybe this is at the beginning of the match makes it a lot easier to probably shake off. It'll have rippling effects probably for the rest of the match.
Sure.
But, you know, he came into this like ready to take punishment, you know. So I like he'll probably get back up, and he has plenty of moves of his own that will send Ippo into a world of hurt.
Right.
And try and bring the balance, bring a bit more balance, but then who knows, and then, you know, they'll keep it going, and one of them will go down and stay down eventually.
Yeah. I just think now it's just ridiculously obvious that Ippo's going to win now. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing of where I was coming into this match hoping that in some ways I am so excited that this happened because it was so cool. But I kind of wanted the exact opposite to happen. I wanted to be convinced at some point that Ippo was going to had a chance of losing, and now I cannot be convinced.
From a meta perspective, what we could do is we could look at it from the idea that usually that's how Ippo's matches go. Because that's how Ippo's matches usually go, they're going for something different, and because Ippo has already fought for the featherweight title match against Date and he lost, there's this idea of, you know, Ippo's probably going to win anyways, like we're pretty sure Ippo's going to win, so instead let's kind of own that. We'll still make it so that Sendo, you know, fights back like a tiger, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to have a lot more of the rule of cool awesome moments where Ippo can win in style.
Sure. Okay.
You know, which
I'm
will then
all for that.
And then that can propel him into whatever sphere of boxing he goes into after this, right?
Totally.
You know, world stage or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of eyes on this match. Speaking of eyes on this match, we got basically every relevant character ever in the grand Ippo story, I would say, watching this match.
Yeah.
Except maybe Volg, but Volg's gonna be watching on the TV for sure. He's definitely going to be there. One of the faces that I was very happy to see here was Mashiba.
Yes,
Mashiba coming with Kumi to watch this match, and him having like this. Hell no, I'm rooting for Ippo. No, why would I do that? But then when he gives his cold, pretty objective take on this whole thing, he looks at this and goes, "Ippo looks more focused." But Sendo, he
looks more like how I'd be, because I wouldn't wait for no damn bell,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So this aspect of the fight being about more than the title.
Yeah.
This is something though that I wanted to bring up. They didn't actually say the same thing.
That's true.
Because it's not that they didn't both say that this isn't about just the title match. It's not the only thing that's at stake. Is that Sendo said specifically that it was Pride. Ippo might have implied that, but I think there's something to be said for the fact that he didn't say that it was Pride.
Yep.
So
yeah,
Ippo, what's at stake for you here?
I don't know. It could just be good old-fashioned competition, like which could tie back to Pride, but the fact that, like, what are you thinking?
I think it's about belief. I think the thing about Pride, and the thing that's rather interesting about Pride, is that there's this aspect that it elevates you.
Sure.
When you, are proud, I would say, in the most positive sense, it's a form of self-elevation.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily have to put anyone else down. You, in some ways, are kind of doing that, relatively speaking, just by elevating yourself.
Sure.
But if you have self-belief, one of the things that's different about that is that you are actually, if anything, I would say, more internally focused. One of the things I would say with Pride specifically is that there has to be a form of comparison in Pride.
Okay.
With belief, there doesn't. It's actually way more focused. So the idea that, Sendo here was rattled, he was, freaking out or what have you, I think that's because he's comparing this match to the previous match.
Yep. And he's, how could he not?
How could he not? How could he not keep that from rattling his own internal focus?
Yep.
Ippo was very rattled prior to this match. But once he stepped into the ring, he settled into basically the kind of the repetition of, I've been in this ring before. I've been in this situation before. I have challenged a champion before.
Right.
I can put on that self-belief in the way that kind of Takamura would talk about self-belief of what it means to be the champion.
Yes.
It felt like in some ways that we switched places here and that the champion was the challenger in this case with all the self-belief. And the champion was the one comparing themselves to the fight in front of them.
Exactly.
And they were
he's the emperor with no clothes.
Right. He was looking outside himself rather than within himself.
Yep. And that is something, and in the same way that was something that helped Date win the title match with Ippo, that's something that will, I'm sure, help Ippo win the title match with Sendo.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing that maybe was kind of foreshadowing this, I think, a little bit, was that once he said, look, I'm shaking. I'm so excited. I immediately went, doubt, actually. Like, I wanted to believe him. I wanted to believe Sendo, because that's part of me feeling like I want to be building up for this fight. And be like, But they intentionally had the Shigeta match prior to this.
That's true.
For building up the match. Now, you could build it up specifically for Sendo, but you could also do it to build up the match in that, Sendo already had his Shigeta moment with Ippo. It was a long time ago.
And you wouldn't think it based on the look that he was giving even while unconscious, but there is definitely that possibility.
There is definitely, and I would say almost proof right in front of us that he literally has a little bit of trauma regarding what happened with him and Ippo.
Sure, and maybe that's where a lot of the fire comes from, is that he needs to beat that, right? It's something that he's attacking.
Right. The problem is that comes from a place of willpower, not from a place of your own body, like, actually being excited about this.
Because you'll have a certain amount of reserve of that.
Right. Your willpower is limited.
Right. Even if it's a stupidly large pool.
Even if it's a large pool.
Yeah.
The fact that it was also amplified once they got into the ring, I think, adds to that. Is that he is going to have to, in the middle of the match, in my opinion, that's probably what's going to be the cool moment for Sendo, is when he gets over the previous match and he shuts everything else out. He focuses in here. He dials into his own body, and he becomes a machine. And Ippo has to actually hold on
terrified,
tight.
Right? Yeah, because he's a monster of a boxer.
Right.
One of the other things that, if you think about it, there's two matches here. There's the match with Ippo that there was before, and then there's also the match with Vogue.
Sure.
Because the Emperor's got no clothes because Ippo beat him before.
Yes.
Right? But also, does Sendo actually deserve to be here?
Oh.
right? Because he's never actually beaten a champion.
Yeah, well, you
know, he's been challenged. He beat Volg, but even then, I don't know. That didn't really feel earned, you know, in a lot of ways. So, and they mentioned way earlier that this was something that he was wanting this match to be, right? You know, he beats Ippo, you know, and all right, yeah, then it'll be, all right, I know I'm strong. Because that was one of the other things he said. It wasn't to know how strong I am. It was to know that I am strong.
Sure.
That's really curious from Sendo, because look at the guy. He's really...
Look at the guy! Yeah!
Insert expletive here to show just how of a superlative statement this is. He's really, really strong, right? So the idea that he's questioning that in himself, that's saying something.
And even he said it, that once he saw Ippo's body, he's like, whoa, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is another thing that adds to that as well. You were basically saying that there was kind of a comparison made to the Volg match. And what I kind of really like with the idea of the Volg match being this thing that he thinks back on and goes, yeah, I kind of got served that win because of some unbiased judges. Yeah, I think that they're never going to really directly reference the Volg match in this fight in terms of going into his headspace.
Yeah.
But I think they already have indirectly referenced it by the idea of him saying, the title isn't what's at stake here. Because one way to look at that is him saying that I don't have a title to give you if you beat me.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, I don't think they're going to go that in depth into it. I think that your Volg analysis is spot on. But I think they're only going to indirectly reference it for those that want to look really closely and kind of,
because the main thing is his previous match with Ippo. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But at looking at things in the big picture, this is a pride grudge match. This is not a title match to him.
Right. And
I mean, it's also, it's for Sendo's credit, he did really never care about the title match. It was about the enjoyment of the fights themselves.
And the title match, even then, there was his enjoyment aspect. And when he did want the title, it wasn't the title for his own enjoyment of it, but it was for everyone back home to say, hey, I did it, right? And since then, he's valued the title even less because he, in a lot of ways, doesn't truly feel like he has it.
Again, I think that that's something that
might have, he might have already sort of worked through
he might have either worked through that, or it's something that it's so low as far as a problem for him that it's only going to get referenced again in little things.
Sure.
But I am with you in the analysis side of things.
Well, and one of the ways that, because from a meta perspective, it's kind of obvious that Ippo's going to win, right? Even before the match started, right? Like he kind of had to win because he's the main character and this is his second title match and all that stuff and blah, 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 right?
This is the second match against Awa Jisai, basically.
Yeah, exactly. One of the ways that that they can make this match really impactful so that it doesn't feel like they're sacrificing Sendo as a character is that give reasons for exactly why Sendo lost. Right? Make it be something where, it wasn't his time to win. Not just from a meta perspective, but on a personal level, right? The way his grandma told Ippo, put the fear of God into that numbskull or whatever, right? Like all right,
my grandson is a baka. Please pound him into dust.
Exactly. So what kind of a journey, what kind of a lesson is he going to get from this match? He's already gotten one lesson. That didn't take very long.
Nope.
So, and that's something where we can be cheering for Sendo even if he ends up losing. Because he'll grow as a person over the course of the match.
Oh my God, Jacob, you know what this is?
What?
What? This is a show that brilliantly does this constantly. We've mentioned this over and over and over again. Ippo hasn't been the underdog for a very long time. We just established Sendo as the underdog hardcore in this match.
Yes, while giving Ippo the rule of cool, it's also oh boy.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then it's right, because it's one-on-one, of course we care about Ippo, right?
Yeah,
but then,
of course we do.
But how are you going to make us really care about the person on the other side? Especially since Sendo I mean, I love Sendo, right? But as far as the things that they do to make him seem likable in this match versus his previous match with Ippo.
Do you remember him with the kids and running around and stuff like that? Being the local town hero and having his dreams?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They did a lot more of that for the previous fight than for this one. They did still have it, but maybe that's basically showcasing that there's going to be a bit of character growth in that he is in a different place as a person right now. So we're going to see him grow and see him become the person that he was truly always, meant to be. Bring out that best self through fighting. Battle is the purest form of expression, right?
For sure.
Through this conversation, through this meeting of Ippo. And then there you go. Then even though Ippo wins, and even though we know he's going to win, and even though we'll be absolutely cheering for Ippo as he wins, we're also going to be cheering for Sendo's journey even though he loses.
Yeah. Okay, we got every character kind of giving a little bit of a chime in on the whole setup build up prior to the fight. I really like in kind of a small way, the idea that Imura would be the one that would come in and be like, hey, did you check out the article? He's like, yeah.
Oh.
And he's like, I really kind of saw Sendo's intensity in the bit there. So you must have seen him spar. And she's like, oh, thank you. That means a lot. And then when Ippo mentions the thing of, this isn't about the title's not what's at stake here. She kind of has this moment of, oh, wow, he should write this article. It shouldn't be me. And Fuji's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, he said the same thing that Sendo did. Now, we drew all that analysis out of that kind of stuff there because, well, we've seen examples of Sendo's pride, like with the Shigeta match and stuff like that. But I think the point that Ippo kind of got into the head of Sendo so easily just from what Fuji did gave in the article there. This is something that I maybe don't feel like it's not on the same level of analysis as what we were talking about earlier, but it's something that I feel like needs special attention to, is that when a character in a shonen or what have you gives their kind of their side commentary, right?
Sure.
One of the things that's rather jarring for me is when the side commentary is not for any of the characters present, but it's for the audience. It's very clearly just to teach us the rules of the sport, And that's something that I'm like, it's a necessary evil in a lot of cases because I don't know anything about boxing. For instance.
You got to have it somewhere,
right? But when there is side commentary that aids the main character in such a way that you kind of go, oh shoot, they're each speaking a language together there. And I'm not actually fully aware of why, that communication happened and such, but she reacts to it in such a way that kind of like oh, wow, the main character's so cool. But it's a thing of saying, he should write this article. I almost see that as like the most like mild, if the writer ever wanted to do this, because I know that this manga goes on for forever. Kind of the idea of Ippo way in the future, because you don't have to have this be like foreshadowing necessarily, but I see this future where Ippo's done with boxing and he's literally writing about the stories of other people boxing, and it's kind of this meta way of tying things back to what like kind of Umezawa was maybe a meta reference to the mangaka or what have you. Right. But it's those little things where you have the little bit of side commentary that is actually for the characters involved, not for the audience. And then it leads to a bit that might even be like a little bit of an image that just feels really cool. So anyways, that was a little tangent there. Wanted to bring that up. But yeah, everyone said a little bit. Takamura gave a little bit of encouragement.
And he had some Kazuma fingers at a part in that episode. Just, super fast frame rate.
That's true. It's been 5 years and no title match? Jesus, Takamura. Like, not everyone is a Greek god like you that punches bears, or what have you.
And, of course, Nekota bringing Hachi. Yep. I would expect nothing less.
Yep. Mama Ippo.
Oh, that was
really sweet.
That kind of made the episode for me. Like okay, the part with Ippo charging forward and doing the Dempsey roll, that was amazing. That was amazing. But if Ippo, they could have had this episode in this fight without Ippo doing the Dempsey roll in the beginning. They couldn't have done it without that. And they could have, you know, and I might not have necessarily noticed, but now that they did it, right? Oh my God, it was so necessary. Like, because yeah, Ippo isn't the underdog anymore in a lot of cases, but he's still Ippo. He's still a kid. You know, he's not that old.
No,
like,
he's an adult.
Well, no. I mean, yeah. But like, he's a young guy, right? Like, and he is going to the big stage. He is, you know, there is a lot of pressure on this match. Selling out, you know, the moment the tickets were available, right? That's
People
crazy.
recognize him on the street, at the gym, everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
The pressure is on.
For the biggest boxing hall in Japan.
I mean, he's been here before.
Right.
Yeah.
Once, I think. Yeah. But that's kind of ridiculous. And the idea of it being something where his mom is just like, I wonder how he's doing. And she goes in and sees, yeah, he can't sleep. Like, that's... Yeah. That was wonderful. It's that kind of like...
Hold on, I think I'm completely wrong. I think he's been at Korakuen Hall like more.
A bunch of times. Oh right, yeah, because this is his home turf. Right. But the idea,
Sendo's first time here.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
But just the idea that before he goes and does the super Dempsey roll and blows our minds and knocks Sendo to the floor in 5 seconds flat, we need to see him where he's just a regular guy.
Yep.
Right? Because that makes that mean something.
It does.
Because then it's not just... Because otherwise it can just be something of, okay, he's this fantastical boxer in this, you know, fictional story, right?
Right.
Where does it get connected back to the real world? Where can we feel, yeah, this Ippo kid, you know, even though he's not a kid anymore, he's a real person, right? So when he does that, we're cheering because way to go. You did it. You're doing it, right? Keep going.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But y'all, we got ourselves a championship title match for the featherweight category between Ippo and Sendo. And I'm here for
the tiger versus the elephant. And oh boy, the elephant has trumpeted.
Oh my God. And if you want to see the next episode with some more trumpeting involved, probably, go check out the link in the description below or our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us and the community there about Ippo's trumpet, about anime in general. And you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So, much less trumpets in this story, even though its initials are BL. But it's really cool. It's called Battle Lines. It's a sci-fi novel. It's great. It's got awesome characters and adventure and action and whatnot. And it's available for purchase on Amazon. The link's in the description down below, in both hardback and ebook. If you're in the U.S., if you're outside the U.S., just ebook, but it's still awesome. So check it out.
I mean, action does steam up a little bit once they take off their armor.
Well, that definitely does, apply. Yeah.
So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.